Guy, you ever wake up and feel this heavy emptiness? Like something spiritual is missing.
Every single day, bro. And the worst part, I keep telling myself I'll fix it later.
That later is the biggest lie we tell ourselves. Because we don't have time like we think we do.
You're right, and that's what scares me.
Your steadfast hand will guide me through each place.
There are moments in life when God whispers gently, "My child, slow down. Listen to me," but we are too busy running after things that won't matter in eternity. And maybe this message is for you. Because the truth is simple but heavy, you don't have time. You don't have time to keep postponing the things God has been telling your heart to do. You don't have time to keep delaying your healing. You don't have time to keep holding on to a pain God has been begging you to release. You don't have time to keep pushing aside prayer, thinking you will pray later. You don't have time to keep promising God you will return to Him when life settles. Life rarely settles. And tomorrow is never promised. Some of us wake up every day with a burden in our heart, something God has been trying to fix, restore, or rebuild, but we keep telling Him, "Lord, not now. I have so much to handle." But God is saying, "You don't have time to keep running away from me. Come now." Because the enemy loves delay. He loves distraction. He loves to whisper, "Relax, you can do it next week." But next week becomes next month. And next month becomes next year. And suddenly, your fire for God is not the same. Your heart is not as soft. Your spirit is not as awake.
Sometimes we don't lose God in one day. We lose Him slowly. Through busyness. Through excuses. Through "I will pray later." Through "God understands." Through "I'm tired today." And one day you wake up and wonder, "Why do I feel far from God?" My dear, it is because you don't have time to live spiritually empty. You don't have time to live prayerless. You don't have time to live without purpose. You don't have time to carry anger, bitterness, or unforgiveness. You don't have time to be distracted by what the world wants, when God is trying to give you what your soul needs. This life. This breath you just took. This moment you're reading this.
This life. This breath you just took. This moment you're reading this. It is all a gift. And gifts don't last forever. God is calling you, gently but urgently. He is saying, "Child, return. I have been waiting for you." You don't have the time you think you have. And maybe you feel broken. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe life has been too heavy for too long. Maybe you're carrying pain no one sees. But God sees. And He's been trying to reach you. Through moments you ignored, through signs you waved off, through situations that were meant to draw you closer. Because the truth is, you don't have time to stay where you are. You don't have time to stay silent. You don't have time to stay wounded. You don't have time to stay far from Him. God wants to restore you. But you must give Him your time. Your heart. Your yes. And this is where your journey begins. Not tomorrow. Not later. But now. Did you hear that last part? The now. Not later part. It felt like God was talking directly to me.
I felt it too. It was like He was pointing at all the things I've been running away from.
You know, I always tell myself, I will fix my relationship with God when life gets calmer. But life never calms. Instead, I keep drifting.
Same here. I pray, but not the way I should. I read the Bible, but not with my heart. And every time I try to draw closer, something distracts me. Something pulls me away.
William, do you think God is disappointed in us?
No, I don't think He's disappointed. I think He's waiting, and that's even more painful to think about, that the Almighty God keeps waiting for us, while we keep giving excuses.
When the message said, "You don't have the time you think you have," something happened in my chest. I started thinking, what if I'm wasting my destiny? What if I'm delaying something God ordained for me long ago?
Samir, I've been feeling the same. Sometimes I think I'm just walking in circles. Busy, active but not aligned with God.
Do you ever feel scared? Like, scared that one day you'll wake up and realize you wasted years?
Every day, Samir, every single day. And that fear, it's what made this message hit differently.
God said now. But I don't even know how to start. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to come back.
We start small. We start raw. We start broken. God doesn't need us perfect. He just needs us present.
Present. That's something I haven't been. My mind is always everywhere.
Mine too. But maybe this is our wake-up call. Maybe this is God reaching out again.
But do you really think He still wants us after how inconsistent we've been?
Samir, God doesn't stop wanting His children. The problem is we stop showing up. But He never closes the door.
Then why does coming back feel so hard?
Because the enemy wants us to think we've gone too far. But God is saying, you are still mine. Just return.
William, I don't want to waste any more time.
Me too. And maybe this moment right here is where everything starts changing.
Maybe God brought us together today just for this conversation.
Samir, I think so too.
But what do we do now? Because when God calls you back, when He whispers return, when He touches the deepest part of your heart and awakens something you thought had died, there is always that moment of confusion, that moment of trembling, that moment of fear. Not fear of God's love, but fear of your own weakness. You wonder if you're strong enough to stay consistent. You wonder if you can really change. You wonder if you can carry the weight of this new beginning. You wonder if you can keep the fire burning once life becomes noisy again. But here is the truth many people don't realize: you don't need strength to return to God. You only need surrender. God never asked you to come back with perfection. He never asked you to come back with a perfect prayer life. He never asked you to come back with flawless discipline. He never asked you to come back knowing what to say. He only asked for one thing: come. Just come. Come with the broken pieces. Come with the tired heart. Come with the silent tears you cry at night. Come with the wounds you hide from everyone else. Come with the questions, the doubts, the fears, the confusions. God is not looking for polished children. He is looking for honest ones. And maybe that's where your journey truly begins. With honesty. The kind of honesty that says, Lord, I don't know how to pray the way I want to. I don't know how to stay consistent. I don't know how to fix myself. But I know I need you.
That simple confession alone can break chains. It can shift destinies. It can open doors that have been locked for years. It can heal wounds you've carried from childhood. It can silence lies the enemy has whispered into your heart for too long. Because the moment you admit you cannot do life alone, God steps in. He steps in with strength where you are weak. He steps in with light where you are confused. He steps in with clarity where you are lost. He steps in with peace where you are broken. He steps in with healing where you thought nothing could be restored.
But it all starts with a simple truth. You don't have time to keep delaying your surrender. Life is moving. Seasons are changing. Opportunities are passing. And the voice of God is calling you now, not when you become perfect, not when you become strong, not when everything in your life makes sense. Now. Because every moment you delay is a moment the enemy uses to distract you. Every day you postpone is a day the enemy repositions your heart away from God. Every excuse you give is an open door for spiritual weakness. Your soul has waited long enough. Your destiny has waited long enough. Your healing has waited long enough. Your breakthrough has waited long enough. And deep in your spirit, you know it. Something is pulling you. Something is stirring your heart. Something is telling you that you cannot continue like this. Something is whispering that God is ready to rewrite your story. But He is waiting for one thing. Your yes. A genuine yes. A quiet yes. A trembling yes. A sincere yes. Because even a small yes, whispered through tears, can shake heaven and silence hell. And maybe right now, this very moment, God is asking you a question: will you give me your yes?
My soul will rise,
Him.
my soul will rise.
William, do you think giving God my yes will really change anything? I've said yes before, but life still overwhelmed me.
Samir, the yes God is asking for is not loud. It's not dramatic. It's not emotional. It's not a promise to be perfect. It's just a decision to let Him in again.
I feel like I've drifted too far.
No, you feel far, but God is still close. He never moved.
So, what do I do? How do I start?
Start small. Start honest. Tell Him the truth. Lord, I need you. That's all. Your weakness doesn't scare Him.
It feels scary, but it also feels peaceful.
That's how you know it's God.
My King, let
William, I think I'm ready to give God my yes.
Me too, Samir. Me too. And even if we fall forward. Even if we struggle with Him beside us. What matters is that we show up.
You know, all my life I thought returning to God was hard. But this moment, it feels like coming home.
That's exactly what it is. Home. And God has been waiting at the door.
Yes!
my heart will sing your worth.
They bowed their heads, not with perfect prayers, not with long, elegant sentences, but with honesty, with surrender, with two hearts finally returning to the one who has been waiting for them all along. One whispered quietly, "Lord, here is my yes." And the other followed, "Here is mine." And in that moment, something shifted. A peace they had been searching for finally settled on them like warm sunlight. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't loud. But it was real. And sometimes, real is all you need. They didn't instantly become perfect. Life didn't magically lose its struggles. But they became willing. Willing to try again. Willing to return. Willing to let God in. When they lifted their heads, one of them breathed, "Do you feel that?" And the answer came with a soft smile, "Yes." That's what it feels like when your heart stops running and starts coming home. A light laugh followed. It feels like I can breathe again. Because that's what God does. He gives breath back to places inside you that life has suffocated. "I don't want this feeling to disappear," one said. And the gentle reply came, "It won't. As long as you stay close to God. Even if it's just for 2 minutes. Even if it's just a few honest words. Because God is not measuring how long you pray. He's watching how true your heart is." A deep breath. A small smile. A whisper of gratitude. "Thank you for not letting me face this alone." But the truth is simple, they were never alone. God was waiting. God was watching. And when they finally said yes, He stepped in the way only a loving Father can. They walked forward, lighter, softer, renewed. Two hearts that surrendered. Two souls that returned. Two lives that found home again. But this isn't just their story. It's a reminder. A nudge. A call. Because somewhere, someone watching this, someone reading this, someone listening right now, needs to give their own yes. Not tomorrow. Not when life feels perfect. Not when everything is figured out. Now. Because God is still calling. Still waiting. Still loving you more than you can imagine. Still ready to restore you the moment you open your heart.
So pause, breathe, and if this message touched something deep inside you, don't ignore it. Let your soul speak. Let your heart surrender. Let your spirit whisper its yes. Not for anyone else. Not for approval. Not for show. But for you, for your peace, for your healing, for your future. Start now. Start small. Just start. Start with your yes.
If this message spoke to your heart, don't just keep it to yourself. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone. Sometimes one simple video can change a person's whole mindset. You never know who needs this reminder right now.
Thanks for watching.
Please like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.